My father is currently
Okay, okay.
my father is currently serving in the Assam Rifles. Second reason is that I will get lots of diversity of places, people, and terrains by joining the CAPF forces. This is my second reason, and my third reason are the personals like respect and charm for this post in society and financial stability that I would get.
Okay, good. So you belong to Pithoragarh. Describe the
Yes, sir.
history, geography, tourism, state of tourism, and economy of Pithoragarh.
Sir, yes. Sir, Pithoragarh is situated in a very beautiful place. If we start from its history, initially, its history dates back to Itihas Purana tradition, as many of the events in Skand Puran, many of the Vedas were written in these places. And if you go by the parallel history, our first traces of history are shown by the Kunindas, the ancient tribe region that had ruled there. After that, subsequently, various other principalities came. For example, the Chand ruler came. Before the Chand rulers, one more dynasty came that I currently not recall. So after that, Chand rulers came, and then Gurkha also ruled for some period, and then finally in 1815 it was taken up by the colonial government. And if you talk about the geography of this place, it lies in the easternmost part of Uttarakhand, which shares its border with both Nepal and China in the east and north, respectively. And it is situated on a very beautiful place. It is known for its lofty and beautiful mountains. And the if I talk about economy of this place, the main economical things that revolve around these are either agriculture or the tourism sector, as it is a growing hub for tourism. Although I believe that tourism has not been fully explored in this region, but now many people are getting aware, and due to diversification of tourism, it is being a famous place. So if I want to sum my place in three words, it is geographically very adventurous, strategically very important, and spiritually very enlightening.
Good. So if you are given the chance to develop this place for tourist purpose, what kind of development would you like to undertake?
Sir, at first, I would like to make here high value, low impact, sustainable tourism, as it is also located in one of the most seismically dangerous zone, and it also lies in one of the biodiversity hotspot. So we have to make a proper sustainability map at first there, and I would utilize different kind of mappings. For example, in the higher reaches, there are tourism, there are mountains. So for the viewing and scenic purposes, we can use. Second, we can use it for adventurous and paragliding, etc. purposes. And third, for religious tourism purposes.
Which will be the nearest airport to the Pithoragarh?
Sir, now recently one airstrip, Naini Sani Airport, has already been developed in our region. But if I
Okay,
talk about some bigger airport, the Pantnagar Airport is nearest to it.
okay, okay, good. Okay. So your first preference is the ITBP, that is love for mountains. What else?
Yes.
Other reasons for first preference?
Sir, second purpose is that I have seen ITBP very close. I have been born up and brought up in the hilly region, so I have seen them guarding the China borders, giving a sense of confidence among the border communities, and their role in disaster management and humanitarian assistance has attracted me. Secondly, there is a bit of personal reason that, as it is an established fact that China is a main security threat for us, so I want to be a part of that organization which forms a formidable barrier against China.
Okay. What is the difference between Assam Rifles and ITBP?
Sir, ITBP is one of the CAPF forces that directly comes under Ministry of Home Affairs, both operationally and administratively, whereas Assam Rifles is a paramilitary force that has its operational control under Ministry of Defense, and administratively it is under the Ministry of Home Affairs.
This is one difference. Second difference?
Sir, second difference is different things. For example, the geographical area under one border, one force, ITBP
Terrain
solely
is
guards
different.
China.
Okay. Deployment is different. Third
Yes.
difference?
Sir, third difference is that it is the paramilitary force. Assam Rifle has more deeper engagement in both external and internal security, but ITBP is mainly for the guarding of the China, but in some other small purposes also it is used for internal security things.
Okay, okay. officer cadre in Assam Rifle is from Army. Whereas
Yes,
in
sir.
your case, ITBP, it is the assistant commandant who will rise to the level of IG, additional DG. So, and
Yes, sir.
there are IPS
Sorry, sorry
officers
for
also.
the.
That is a major difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. What is the role and task of border security force?
Sir, border security force has usually been given two tasks in peacetime and in the war times. In the peacetime, they are mainly used for guarding of our borders with Pakistan and Bangladesh region, and they are also responsible for checking infiltration along that border and prevention of illicit drug trafficking and other kind of things. Whereas in the wartime, they are mainly for assisting the armed forces, and they have also some kind of limited offensive capabilities against the paramilitary forces of our enemy country in the peacetime. So it can be divided into two things.
Okay, okay. You did BSc with physics, chemistry, and mathematics.
Yes, sir.
So, did you pursue further higher education after BSc?
Yes, sir. I had recently completed my masters in physics from LSMPG college only.
Okay, okay. So, then why don't you become scientist instead of coming to forces if you are
Sir, my
postgraduate in physics?
Sir, my pursuing of the physics was a conscious decision that I would get more diversity of opportunities in armed forces itself. And since my graduation, last year of graduation, I had decided that either I would go for the defense forces or try for the civil services examination type. So that's why I entered in this space.
How knowledge of physics can be applied to the ITBP on ground once you join there?
Yes, sir. Mainly, we can see it in two ways. At first, the curriculum thing that I would learn, I would have been more accessibility and more ease in learning new technological things. For example, weapons, equipments, operationalization of weather and communication things in high altitude areas, especially. So I would get that kind of familiarity. Secondly, with having proper domain knowledge, jugaad type capabilities also develop. So if I get stuck in any of the situation, I may try to use any of the things to get out of it. Secondly, in non-curriculum things, I have learned the importance of time, as everything revolves around time in physics. Importance of law and rules, because physics cannot be done without rules and law. And second is the subjectivity. Everything has to be seen from different perspectives. So this would help in me intermanagement of my jawans and my interference with senior officials also.
Okay. Basically, there is Department of Communication in all the forces. So in
Yes,
this
sir.
communication department that we in loose terminology call it signals.
Yes, sir.
So we generally enroll the students of physics, chemistry, mathematics background, and they are given
Okay.
1 year training, and then they become communication officers.
Okay, sir.
So that is the interchangeability will be available to you once you join in the GD stream, general duty stream. After 2-3 years of service, you can switch over to the communication department.
Okay, sir.
That is
Thank you.
solely your physics knowledge will be applicable on the ground.
Okay, sir.
Lot of computerization is being taking place. Paperwork is being reduced day by day, and with artificial intelligence coming up, now you may be having new challenges on the borders,
Yes,
which will be requiring applied physics also.
yes, sir.
Okay. In Uttarakhand, the government has developed this Char Dham, but there is
Yes, sir.
conflict between the nature and the development infrastructure. So how can you maintain the balance between the two?
Sir, I believe that just solely on the basis of sustainability factor, we cannot deny basic amenities to the hilly areas. But at the same time, we have to see that for many centuries we have been living in harmony with the nature there. So proper sustainability has to be made. So for that, proper environment impact assessment has to be done. That how much encroachment on the environment should we do so that harm is not done to the environment, and we are making sustainability. Second is that the most important thing is that we should try local communication, local people in all the development work because of their knowledge and the expertise they bring about the local areas. So utilizing local knowledge, bringing more efficiency in technological developments, diversifying our resources. For example, in communication only, we could use airways and ropeways instead of railway and roadways. So these things can move towards sustainability, and at the same time we would develop ourselves.
Recently, there was an incident where these mine workers were trapped inside the tunnel. That happened in
Yes, sir.
Uttarakhand. So,
Yes,
how
sir.
can these incidents be avoided?
Sir, at first, we have to see that although the authorities claim that they did proper environment impact assessment there, but still some gaps were left. They were not able to identify that that particular area is weak and unconsolidated. So we have to go more deeper into our technological analysis and uh, assessment before doing any project work. Second, again, I have already reiterated that local community participation should be there because they are already knowing about the local terrain that this area is weak or unconsolidated, then we could plan accordingly.
Supposing you are ITBP commander, their assistant commandant, this incident has happened. So, how will you
Yes.
go about the rescue operation? What plan will you make? Summarize.
Sir, I would follow following steps. At first, I would confirm the fact that all the workers who are trapped inside that are safe and are alive, and I would do each and every possible means to provide all the oxygen, air, and food so that they are living healthy and safely inside. And after that, I would immediately inform my higher authorities or district administration to take the help of the thing. And I would also mobilize a local community. And till the time a higher and advanced help doesn't come, I would start with my hand thing only. Whatever I could do to reduce the debris and other thing is available there.
Okay. Supposing in your camp you are living with 35 men under your command.
Yes, sir.
So this incident is at a distance of 2 kilometers from you. How will you go
Yes, sir.
about it? What kind of equipment will you take with you? And how much strength will you take with you for rescue operation?
Sir, if I have 35 persons in my command,
Yeah.
then I would keep 10 people in my unit only. So for their the basic work is not disturbed there also. With 25 workers, including me, I would take the help of local peoples there, whoever are coming, so that I would include the numbers who would help come to help. And if I am having proper JCBs and uh, we say heavy vehicles like trucks in order to move the debris and to put the debris to take it aside, we would do that. Secondly, we would also rely more on our individual help. We have equipments with our hand, we would do it with manual work only till the time reinforcement doesn't come.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So what normal equipments are available with ITBP to carry out rescue operation in such disasters?
Sir, in English I cannot say. Can I spell their name is in
Hindi,
Hindi?
Hindi, no problem.
Yes, at first we have Bilcha with us in order to remove the
और क्या
debris.
हो गया ठीक है कुल्हाड़ी हो गई और क्या है
Gadi, Genti is also there
गिट्टी हो
to
गई ठीक है it's okay.
then
What
then
else will you
Tasla is
carry
also
besides that? What else? You are moving with 25 men. So make a list
sir,
of the articles which you will carry.
sir, at first these kind of equipment like Bilcha, Genti, Kuladi, and rope. I would take ropes with me and our own protective equipments like helmet or all the things like boots, so that we are also ensuring our safety.
Your protective gear, okay.
Yes,
What about your own ration and water for the 25 persons?
yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I missed it. I would, as it is the most important thing for our survival and their survival also. So it should be in my priority list.
Okay, okay. And most important is that you may have to establish a communication center or ops
Yes,
control
sir.
center once you reach there, because then you may not
Keeping
be allowed to
and
come back. There may be superintendent
yes,
of police, there may be deputy commissioner, they'll be requiring your services, and
yes,
you
sir.
will have to pitch up a tent there in
Yes,
order
sir.
to make an ops room.
Yes, sir.
So these things you have to carry with you so that you can provide rescue operation.
Yes, sir.
Besides, if you have got ambulance under your command, you should take that ambulance also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, you are clearly audible.
Okay, okay, no problem. Recently in Haldwani, there were riots. What was the
Yes,
reason
sir.
and why it happened in Uttarakhand?
Sir, it was mainly due to that illegal encroachment that the particular community has did, and although the municipality was doing that encroachment for a long time, but the main issue arrived when their religious structure was being demolished. So, due to that anger, they started to pelt and they started to attack police officials. So, in that state, many of the officials and personals were injured.
Okay. Don't you think that recently in the state of Uttarakhand, there is a lot of polarization between Hindus and Muslims?
Sir, I believe that as the main motto of our government is that "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas." So, I don't think that polarization is there, not it is there, because any of the development scheme that is working there is for all the communities, and their communities are also being particularly taken care of. If we are employing any skill development program on any of the thing, so we are moving with the skill and inclusive development in the society.
Okay. So what steps should be taken by the government of Uttarakhand so that this Muslim community doesn't feel alienation?
Yes. Sir, at first, their representation has to be increased, as in many of the services, they are not properly represented. And secondly, proper skill has to be provided, because most of them are coming from poor economical and educational background. So, if we are making equal level playing field for all the communities, then they would not feel alienated. And secondly, imparting proper education to them, as most of them are reading in their traditional education, so traditional institutions, so there also some kind of provision should be there, so that they are focusing on skill also along with their religious development.
Okay, okay, good. What is the level of our current conflict between India and China in relation to the Galwan Valley incident which happened 4 years ago?
Sir, currently, I believe that although lots of disengagement process has been there, our core commander stocks are been there in 8th, ninth level, but still the situation is very tense and very sensitive in the border area, especially along all along the LAC, because the disengagement process has not been fully followed there. Lots of the forces are standing still facing each other, and new kind of threats are also emerging. For example, recently China tried to make its agreement with Bhutan over boundary dispute. So China is trying to put third-party countries into the conflict, so that the issue might become more complex for India to handle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have held almost 20 levels of conference, that is Lieutenant General Commander conference between the two countries. But there are still 2 points of conflict which have not been resolved. Can you name those points?
Sir, although I'm not 100% sure, can I guess?
Yes, yes.
Sir, first is Gogra hot spring area, and second in Demchok, I think. These two regions.
Deepsang and Damchok.
Okay, sir.
These are the 2 points which have not been resolved so far. China is claiming the whole of Arunachal Pradesh, calling it South Tibet. So
Yes, sir.
why China's claim is incorrect as per India's perception?
Sir, at first, we had official treaty like McMahon line established, and it was with the Tibetan counterpart. So China is directly do not China is not claiming that this is the valid boundary agreement, but it was taken in equal footing with our Tibetan counterpart. So there is an issue of commitment from their side at first, and secondly, China is claiming that historically it belongs to their land. So historically, our Kusana Empire also taken large part of China Empire. So we cannot directly claim that. As culturally and socially, they are more related to other northeastern tribe of our place. For example, Assam and Nagaland region. And third is that other kind of the peoples itself. In Arunachal, if we still do referendum, and I am very much sure that more than 95% of the people would side with India. So it is a choice of the people where they want to live. So due to these things, China's claim are not correct.
As far as the Indian Army is concerned, in last 4 years, we have made a lot of progress in deployment along the
Yes,
China
sir.
border, in reference to Ladakh also. So what
Yes, sir.
kind of progress we have made in last 4 years? Can you enumerate?
Sir, at first we have left our strategic neutrality concept along the border. We are actively building lots of infrastructure all along our border regions, and we are also looking for new defense equipments, light tanks and amphibious vehicles, so that our patrolling is more accessible and more easier. And for providing basic amenities to the soldiers who are living there, all the adequate food is being provided, new quality of tents are being there, so that they are feeling more ease in living these kind of hard areas. And thirdly, the schemes like vibrant villages program are being run by the government, so that the local peoples are also empowered and our border regions are also being intact.
Okay, okay. Can you name the helicopter which we procured and which took the tank in Ladakh areas?
Yes, sir. It was US made Chinook helicopters that are for heavy lifting purposes.
Okay, okay. Which fighter jet we have acquired from France?
Sir, it is a Rafale fighter aircraft,
Okay,
4.5 generation.
that is also another progress we have made. And what
Yes.
about the Agni 5?
Sir, Agni 5 missile recently we have tested it successfully with new capabilities of MIRV. And although I'm not very much sure about this development, whether we have deployed it or not.
Not deployed, but it is to counter the China.
Yes, sir. It is covering whole of the China with our recent capabilities.
It can even penetrate the Chinese defense system.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this was my question, ki what kind of developments we have made in last 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Why Ladakh and people of Ladakhi are demanding a separate state under sixth schedule?
Sir, their main issues arise from the sustainability. They are demanding that they should be given more autonomy to rule their areas. And they believe that if local peoples are participating, there would be proper harmony of development and sustainability, as they feel that they are not developed properly. And there are some political issues also. They believe that most of the seats are being shared by Kashmiri areas, or means they are less representative in political sphere also. So due to these combination of reason, they are demanding that.
So in the state, what else they are demanding? That Ladakh should be made state, and what else they are demanding?
And they are demanding their inclusion into the sixth schedule of our constitution, like Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram are there,
Okay,
so
okay.
that they would get more autonomy in their rule.
They are asking for a Ladakh Public Service Commission.
Okay, sir.
And they are asking for a Ladakh police also.
Okay, sir.
Why Kargil area is important to India?
Sir, Kargil area is especially important for LAC for LOC purposes, where our border with Pakistan is. And in the past, we have seen various conflicts in this area because of its rugged topography and the infiltration that is done in large number, especially during the winter seasons. And it is also the closest area that is close to the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, Azad Kashmir, and Balochistan region. So that's why, for strategic purposes, also it is very important.
Okay, good. So is it your first chance for the CAPF?
Yes, sir. This was my first attempt.
What is your age now?
Sir, currently I am 22 years old.
Okay, good. So hopefully you will get selected. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll stop the interview.